What's up, everybody? I am here with Lauren Decker. I'm still getting used to her new last name.
Mhm. I know.
Just got married. It's been a while now, huh, Lauren?
Yeah, it's what, like 8 months?
8 months. So you haven't hit a
Mhm.
year yet. If you can make it through
No.
that first year, they say, you're gonna be all right. So,
God, I hope.
um, but Lauren has recently gone out on her own, started her own private practice. She's worked in a lot of different fields and areas in mental health. I'll let her tell you about that. Um, but yeah, let's start there, Lauren. Tell us how you came to having your own private practice, the different jobs and experiences that you've had in mental health, and just fill us into where you are today.
Yeah, so I mean, I once I was done with grad school, I had internships over at community mental health. I worked at a school for children with autism. And based off of those two experiences, I always kind of knew that I wanted to go in the private practice route. So I moved to Utah. I started working at a group private practice agency. And I worked there for like 2.5 years. Within that time frame, I had like my own caseload of probably like up to like 20 something clients a week. But I was kind of feeling a little bored. I feel like I had too much time on my hands.
Hmm.
But I also just didn't feel like I could continue to do like 30 or 35 clients a week. It just felt like too much. So maybe after like a year and a half, I actually started working at a outpatient facility for substance use. And that's really when I found a lot of passion for like groups. I dove into like working with addiction, and that was news to me because I never thought I would actually be interested in working in addiction. But I was also working in the private practice with sex addiction and betrayal trauma. So I kind of just like got these two jobs of where I was working with like trauma and I was also working in addiction. And then when I became fully licensed, I was kind of like, well, I could go off on my own now. Like this is where people normally they're kind of done with the learning. They feel like that they can open their own private practice or they continue until they maybe feel more confident in a different route or path in the field. So I kind of went off and started working like under your business on the side when I got fully licensed to just try and still gain my own clientele. And then I just went full PLLC.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
Hmm.
So let me back up just a little bit
Yeah.
with you. So why did you become a therapist in the first place?
I feel like it's the very typical. I was a therapist friend growing up, and all of my friends were
Uh,
having mental health issues, and they would come and talk to me. But honestly, that is the truth, and my parents will could probably say this as well. I just knew from a really young age that I wanted to do this job in
oh,
some capacity. Like since I was like 11 years old, I knew that I wanted to work in mental health, and I made it happen.
good for you. That was
Yeah.
not the case for me. It took me a while to figure it out. I didn't know what I
I
was
don't feel
doing
like
with my
it's the
life.
case for many people.
Yeah. That's
I
but
know.
way to follow through and like really answer the call.
Yeah.
All right, so you're just starting out in your private practice.
Hmm.
What are your goals? Like, what do you want to create business wise, and what are some of your goals?
It's a good question. And I feel like I'm still unsure because I feel like nowadays is therapy. It's almost become like a brand, like with social media and TikTok influencers and stuff like that. It almost becomes like you either have to make it yourself out of a brand or you don't. And initially, that's kind of what I started out as once I kind of got on social media, and I was building my private practice. And I'm now not sure. Like, I don't know if I want this to be a full, like, okay, once I get my own caseload, then I'm going to hire on my own therapist and have CSWs underneath me. I don't know if I just want it to be me and just keep it that way and maybe continue to try and gain a social media following to normalize the idea of what therapy and therapists are. I don't know if I want to just like see 5 clients a week and not really make a brand out of it either and just have another side gig, like maybe be a clinical director or work in a hospital. I don't really know. There's so many paths, and I'm trying to really just allow myself to move through the motions in a way to figure out one, like where life takes me, but two, also what opportunities arise. I'm still working at a rehab. I work there at least 25 to 30 hours a week. I see like up to 15 clients a week. So I'm busy. But I don't know where I want it to go. And that's kind of the problem, I guess.
Yeah, the question I have for you is,
Mhm.
do you want to go where life takes you, or do you want to create the life that you want?
Yep, yep, yep. I knew you were gonna ask that. And the easy answer is I just want to go where life takes me. But I also know that I have this like motivation to create what I want. It's just risky. And I'm an impulsive person, but I'm not like a risky person, if that makes
What are
sense.
the risks? What are you afraid of?
I mean, to be honest, the idea of taking out like a loan, I've
Okay.
only ever really had a car loan, you know? I don't know how a business loan works. I don't know all that like financial stuff of what it would look like to need money to invest in myself or to invest in other therapists and a building and all of that. I don't know how that works.
Is
And
that,
so,
I want to ask you, Lauren, just double check with
yeah.
you. Is that really what you want to do? Like, there's no right answer here. Like,
Yeah.
you could say, what I want to do, Brandon, is one session a week and make $1 million, and we can talk about
Well,
that.
I'd love to do
Um,
that.
well, us therapists, we're not supposed to talk about our brand and our
Oh,
money
yeah.
and because
Mm-hmm.
that's like we're trained to not be abundantly mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't care. I don't care about those messages. The thing that I really want to hear from you is,
Mm-hmm.
like, seriously, let's say everything's an option. What would you
Yeah.
want? Do you want, like, not a very busy caseload and you make really good money?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a big practice where you're supervising a lot of people and training and helping? And um, do you want to just do content online and sell clinical content and courses? And
One thing I know is I don't like the course idea. And
okay,
maybe I'm not there in my life right now. So I can cross that one off the table. But yeah, in a perfect world, I would love to. I mean, I want to be busy. So maybe work like 30 hours a week, see a handful of clients, do some in-depth trauma, be on social media. I want to have my own podcast. Like I want to be like, and of course,
F-
make a lot of money. I mean, let's
five
be real.
5 years from now, do you want to do 30 hours of clinical work a week?
No,
You didn't even
that's an
hesitate.
easy no.
Okay, I'm just double checking because if you do, that's a different discussion of kind of where you go from here.
Yeah.
So, okay, you don't want to be doing that heavy of a caseload clinically in
Mm-mm,
the
mm-mm.
future. No, okay.
No, no.
You did mention having your own podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just kind of taking some notes here.
Mm.
Um, so not 30 hours. Would you want to do any therapy or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always like the idea of at least like seeing like 5 to 10 clients a week. Like just, private pay, seeing clients. I think I'll always be doing that regardless of what the other side
Okay.
of my jobs or life looks like. But I like the idea of still being a therapist. I think that is something that's essential.
Okay. So 5 to 10 clients a week, maybe have a
Hmm.
platform or a podcast. How
Yeah.
much money do you want to make?
Lots. I don't think there's a cap.
Well,
I
just like
mean,
ballpark me. Like, I know I don't
I
want to put a
would,
cap on you, but
oof. I don't know. Anybody that's listening, don't judge.
what would just be like awesome? Like, hey, this is great.
Like a good 300,000, 400,000 a year.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, maybe more.
I'm putting 400K. Okay.
All right,
So
let's take it.
podcast, 5 to 10 clients a week, 400,000 a year. Anything else that you envision?
Um, I mean, maybe traveling. I don't know.
Okay. Are you traveling for work or just for fun?
I think it both. Let's do
Both.
both. Why
Okay.
not?
Okay. Yeah. Let's dream.
I feel like we're doing
This
like a
is
little
great.
formula game. Are you gonna tell me how I do this at the end?
That's what we're
You're
gonna
taking all
do.
my input.
Absolutely.
Love it.
We're putting it in, but then we're gonna get real on what it's actually gonna take and what kind of
Yeah,
mindset it's gonna take to create this.
it's scary.
Um, scary.
It's
You see
scary.
what she just said?
Yeah,
Well, I've told you before, Lauren, that if you, well, one, if you do what you've always done, you're gonna get what you've always gotten.
for
But
sure.
if you don't live like a person that can create this type of a life, it's not gonna
Mm,
create itself.
that's true.
And so the question is like, okay, I want all of these things, then
Hmm.
why aren't I living that way so that I can create that type of life? And do you know what the reason is? So, like, why not? Why not just start creating in that way so that you can have
Hmm.
400,000 a year, travel, only do five to
Yeah.
10 sessions a week?
Hmm. Do
Why
you
not?
want my answer?
Yeah, why not do that?
I don't think anybody really knows how to, unless it is luck, or I don't like I know somebody, I'm thinking of somebody who's on social media, and she, you wouldn't think that the way that she started doing this would bring her to the result that she has. And I mean, it's not something I'd be interested in, but it, like, I just like, yeah, taking the risks. And of course, like, taking risks means failure. And then knowing that failure is a part of success and being able to pick yourself up and do the next step to try. But yeah, I think it's just like, I don't really know where to start. And
Okay.
so it's like the overwhelmingness of it.
I heard a couple things in there. I heard I don't know where to start.
Hmm.
Also, like there was almost an element of like I don't believe that's possible unless I somehow just get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you have that belief inside of you, then why would you be motivated to go create it? Like you're already doomed to fail. Like it's already like,
Yeah.
well,
It's true.
I just have to get lucky, and that's the only way this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Um, I could give you tons of examples of therapists and people that are doing exactly what you outlined here, and
Hmm.
I don't believe that luck is what got them there whatsoever,
No, probably not.
right?
Hmm.
But they have had to do some unordinary things that most therapists wouldn't do in order
Yeah.
to get there, right?
Hmm.
Um, like they are different in many ways than your average therapist who wishes they were those people,
For sure.
um, right? Um, but I really appreciate your honesty of like, yeah, I just kind of, I don't know if it's, I don't know how, for one, I don't know where
Yeah.
to start. And two, I don't know if even if I start that I'll get there because I feel like I just got to get lucky to actually make it happen, right?
Hmm.
Um, but I really like the life that you're kind of illustrating
Sounds
here.
good, right?
Sounds
Sounds nice.
great. Sounds awesome. Um, so and you know what, Lauren? In many ways, you are in a great position and right where you need to be to start to create that life. So
Mm,
I don't want you to hear me saying like you need to change everything about what you're doing in order to create that life because you're actually doing a lot of things right, I believe, right now.
mm,
And I've watched you as a really new therapist have confidence, step into difficult things, take on difficult clients. You've been in the
mhm.
trenches, gaining like valuable experience that other therapists and people don't have. So you have stuff, you have experience that a lot of people don't have already, and you're just getting started.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to work off of here.
Hmm.
But if you stay stuck in the same thinking patterns, 5 years from now, you're going to be going, dang it, like I'm glad I got a full caseload, but I'm burned out with therapy and I don't want to do 30 sessions for the rest of my life
Yeah.
and have a cap of how much I can actually make.
Hmm.
Um, so um, let me ask you this with your current practice and you're
Hmm.
just getting it going, starting, where are you feeling kind of stuck or what are you having a hard time with it?
I mean, I think like the right now it's summer, so in a way, therapy is semi-seasonal, right? Like a
Yeah.
lot of people are going on vacation, they're out of town, the weather's nice. They may feel like, oh, I don't need therapy as much. I'm busy with life. So in a way, it's kind of like a fluctuation of caseloads. I've always been pretty consistent in my caseload. Like I haven't really had too many dips or too many highs. So I know that I'm able to maintain. But I think what's where I feel stuck is just like, okay, what do I do now? Like I have these goals like we've outlined. I have this experience and it's more of just like, how do I actually go about creating these things? And of course, nobody like writes a guide or step by step, or they do, but it also just like, I just feel like I'm overwhelmed with like all of the things that I want to do. And of course, I want somebody to be like, oh, this is exactly how you do it, like one step at a time. But that's not realistic. Like that's not necessarily how life works, right? Everyone's different. Every path that they get to success is different as well. So I think it's just really outlining what do I really want and how do I really want to get there and
Mhm.
what that path looks like. I'm willing, I'm open, but it also
Okay.
just feels like I don't know how to do that.
All right. So I like what you just said. But there's a critical step in all of what
Hmm.
you just said. So
Hmm.
um, you could outline the path. You could really get a vision of what it looks like. You could even get a mentor who you're looking at like, wow, they did it. I probably can too.
Hmm.
Um, but what happens is right as you start down that path, what's going to happen is you're going to come up against some struggle.
Hmm.
You're going to fail. Someone's going to tell you no. Someone's going to make a comment on your video that says like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, stuff's going to happen. And that's usually where most people bail. That's usually
Yeah.
where most people are like, oh, like it was vulnerable to do this,
Hmm.
and now I got my feedback that I suck, and so now I don't want to be vulnerable anymore. Um, and what they don't do very often is stay steady through that and stay true to the path that's laid out in front of them. Um, like I was watching Mr. Beast talk, and you know Mr. Beast.
I do. I don't watch him, but I do know
You
of
know
him.
who he
I just did
is.
not expect you to be like, yeah, I
I
watch Mr.
I
Beast
have
on YouTube.
teenage kids. Like,
That's
I
true.
mean,
That's
come
true. Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. You
Mr.
do. You
Beast
do.
is a huge part of our life.
That's true.
Anyways, he was talking and he showed this video, one of his first videos that he did on YouTube, and it sucked.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
it
sure it
was
was so
the
cringy.
production was so bad, and like
Hmm.
it was so, and you know, he only got like I don't know how many views on it and stuff. And he was kind of commenting from today's point of view on his old videos, and um, he was laughing at how bad it sucked, and but then he was also kind of in this place of like, I'm so grateful that that kid stayed steady, and I'm so
Yeah.
grateful that that kid had a vision and that kid believed, because every little video that I did, I got a little bit better. And I realized what worked. I tweaked this. And he honed a skill, and he started to resonate in a way where it was confident and consistent over time. All of a sudden, you know, he has the most views on YouTube like ever, you know, and he's like conquering the world, Mr. Beast, the way he wants
Hmm.
to, I guess. Um, but the point, do you see my point, Lauren?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we have the belief of the only way that I'll do that is if I get lucky, and then you go out to the world and you try to do it and you fail, what's that belief going to tell you?
I'm not worthy.
Yeah, it's not going to happen for me.
Hmm.
Um, my question is why not instead believe like I'm going to actually watch it happen for me? I'm going to watch this unfold, and every
Hmm.
little failure that I have is
Hmm.
just more tuition that I've
Hmm.
paid, more experience that I've gone through, so that I can really start to watch this happen. Um, so I want to come back to some of your goals, right?
Hmm.
Have podcast, 400,000. I want to get in the weeds a little bit with this stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So how in the world are you going to create $400,000 a year and only do sessions with 5 to 10 clients a week?
I'm gonna just charge a lot. It'll be
Yeah.
great. I mean, that's definitely the seeing the 5 to 10 clients a week. I mean, that's more of just like a when you're making that money, that's like a passion, right? At that point, almost like a hobby. So that's definitely not where your income's coming from. So you have to have more streams of income. So whether that means brand deals, whether that means being on a platform where your videos make money, whether that means that you write a book or you have courses or
You don't like
I mean,
courses.
really.
You don't like
I don't like
courses.
the idea of court. I mean, maybe I do. I feel like I need to like to do it with somebody, if that makes sense. Like the idea of doing a course alone is overwhelming, but I feel like if I had somebody to do it with me, then maybe I could get on board with that. Um, or maybe like down. I feel like I also need just like more experience too as just like a therapist. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a false belief, but I'm just like, if I'm going to sell a course, I can be confident in whatever I say, but I also just want to give myself more time to like get
Yeah.
more
Okay.
experience too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm not like right now, I'm like, that doesn't feel like my groove. But maybe in like 10 years, for sure. Could I write a book? For sure. Get a ghostwriter, whatever. Um, but so obviously, yeah, to make like $400,000, I mean, you have to have something worth in that equity or more to be able to make that
Do
type
you
of
know of a
profit.
therapist that does
Yeah.
lives a life like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do they
Mhm.
like? How do they make their money?
She has her own business, basically.
Okay. So does she have therapists under her?
No.
She does.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So does she just charge a lot for her
She,
sessions?
it's a, no, I don't even know if she practices actually. Her business is helping clients build their caseloads, like on Google, like private practice, like getting clients. And so you buy,
Helping therapists build
yeah,
caseloads.
uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. So this is a good one. So she has
Mm-hmm.
taken her expertise from doing that in her own practice, and now she's found a way to scale that expertise to
Mm-hmm.
make money off of the knowledge that she got from running a practice.
Yeah.
That's a smart business person because she realized like, okay, I can trade time for money. I can
Mm-hmm.
do $200 a session, 30 sessions a week, and I'll only make
Mm-hmm.
so much money.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can take this little knowledge that I have, I can package it up and
Right.
I can sell it again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so do you see how different she has to think though?
Oh, for
Than like,
sure.
oh my gosh, my caseload isn't quite full. What do I do to just get the next client?
Mm-hmm.
You see the difference, Lauren?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
So think of the discomfort or the risk she had to take to say, whoa, I went to school to become a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And now I learned how to get clients in my practice, but now I'm going to actually go be a business person that's going to
Mm-hmm.
sell this knowledge to other therapists,
Yeah.
right? And yet, sorry, Lauren, I got to pause. Hang on just a second. Hello?